like to hear. Okay, again, my name is Tim McMahon. I'm a special agent with the Drug Enforcement Administration. I work out of our Newark office, not too far away. I've been with the DEA for 18 years. Before that, I was a state trooper in New York for 6 years, so I've been in law enforcement for a while. How many of you have heard of the DEA? Okay. Real quick, for those of you not too familiar, just real quick, I'll tell you what we do. We are a federal law enforcement agency. So basically what that means is we're assigned all over the United States. It's not like the West New York Police Department that is just here in West New York. We're all over the country. We also have 85 offices in 65 foreign countries, so we're also all over the world. And basically what we do is drug investigations. That's the main job that we have. We do investigations to go after the people, the organizations, the drug cartels that are responsible for making the drugs, transporting them into the United States, distributing them to the people that sell them on the street corner, and trying to arrest as many of those people as we can. Okay, so that's basically what we do. Great thing is when we do our investigations, because we're a federal agency, if I'm doing an investigation here in New Jersey and I find out that the person I'm investigating is being supplied with his drugs by somebody down in Miami, I don't have to end the investigation because it's in another state. I just keep working the investigation. I'll work with the agents down there. If we develop information in Colombia and South America, we'll keep working the investigation there. So really, people that we investigate think, well, hey, I'll just leave the country. It doesn't work. We still go after them. So that's a great tool that we have. So what I'm here to talk to you about today, obviously, is Red Ribbon Week. I'll spend a few minutes on that, how it came about, why it got started, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about different drug problems that we have, okay? As I'm going along, if you guys have any questions, please raise your hand. I'm more than happy to answer your questions, okay? So Red Ribbon Week, okay, is the longest drug prevention program that we have in the United States, okay? It was started back in 1986 because of this man, okay? That is Special Agent Enrique Camarena, okay? Well, his friends and his family call him Kiki. A little bit about him. He lived in California. When he graduated high school, he joined the United States Marines. When he came out of the Marines, he got hired by his local police department and was a police officer for a few years. And then he left the police department and got hired as a special agent with the DEA. So as an agent with the DEA, he was doing a great job, great investigations, so he was transferred to DEA's office down in Guadalajara, Mexico. While he was there, he was working a very big marijuana investigation, and he was doing very well on it. He was finding out a lot of information on the organization that was growing it and transporting it and shipping it to the United States. Obviously, the people he was investigating, the organization wasn't too happy about that. One afternoon, he was leaving work early. He was meeting his wife for lunch. He left the office, he was walking to his car, and he never showed up for lunch. After a little while, his wife got nervous, contacted the DEA office, they started investigating. While he was walking to his vehicle, members of the drug organization were waiting for him. They kidnapped him, took him to one of their locations, and they tortured him for several days to try and find out as much information as they could from him on how much he knew and how much progress he made in his investigation of them. They had a doctor working for them, so they were torturing him so bad that he would pass out, he would be on the edge of death. The doctor would treat him, bring him back for the sole purpose that they can torture him more. After a few days and they felt they got all the information they could out of him, they killed him and they buried him in the desert in Mexico. It was because of that that Red Ribbon Week got started. his family and friends didn't want to just, after, they laid him to rest and they, eventually his body was found, they didn't want to just remember him as their dad, as a husband. They wanted to do more. So his friends and family in California started organizing events to educate school kids about drug use, drug abuse, drug prevention. And from that, Red Ribbon Week was born and it became a national event. And as I said, it is the longest running drug prevention program that we have in the United States.